Okay, we're going to try this again. This is Barb coming to you from my craft studio. I had told you that I might do a video on how I'm storing my paper currently. So I'm going to start with in the closet here, because in this unit here I put my completed cards and I file them by occasion. And then in this one I have my 5x7 card bases and the 4.5 by 6.5 inch mats that I either use on that size cards or I use it for photo mats. Over here, I want to replace this with a 4-drawer cube. I need to look at Hobby Lobby because I've seen people sharing that they're finding the cubes on clearance. So if they have the 4-cube one on clearance, I want to grab one of those. But this has my A2 size card bases and the mats. I want to switch those to a 4-drawer one because this one I want to end up using for my Xyron refills. And then down below I have back storage, and there is some cardstock in the ones. I used washi to label the color on it. Some of them have some 8.5 by 11. That is one thing I'm going to try to do from now on. I'm trying to switch my paper where I only buy 12 by 12 unless it's like a specialty paper like vellum or something along that line that you just have a hard time finding in the 12 by 12. This unit here has my vinyl mainly in it. I use this unit too. I turn it sideways and I put my Cricut on top because I've got an outlet off to the side there. So the top drawer has my transfer paper and my 12 by 12 washi sheets and my window cling. I have one roll of that. The next one is 651 vinyl or Cricut Premium Outdoor Vinyl, which is the same as 651, and I just have a sleeve for each color that I have. Like I have my pinks, my reds, I use the rainbow to separate it down. Sometimes there's more than one shade of that color there, but that works. This one here is my 631 or Cricut removable vinyl, and I did the same thing with the sleeves for that, and then there's some rolls underneath that I have. And then the bottom one is my heat transfer vinyl, which I have a sleeve in there for each color too, and there's some rolls on the bottom, my Teflon sheets, and my power cords for my Cricut Explore, Expression, and the Brothers Scan and Cut. And then when I'm not using this unit, it just slides underneath my desk over here. You can get it to slide. Just goes underneath there when it's not being used, so it's out of the way. Over here is my printer stand, and I keep my printing supplies over here. It's just basically paper that I use in my printer. This slot right here has my Cricut printable vinyl, printable magnet sheets, and my printable vellum that I can make any color I want. Over here in this Kallax unit, this is where I store my paper by using the 4-section system. The first cube has my themed paper, and I did use like washi if I had something that related to the theme. Like this is my cooking and food theme, so I used some washi I had that had food on it on my divider. And I did the same thing in the calendar section. I only did it on the tabs here, I guess. Like there's Christmas. This cube is basically just like calendar and then winter and Christmas and Valentine's Day. I'm thinking about getting one of the iris cases and putting my Christmas paper in that when it's not the season, because I don't pull Christmas paper other times of the year, especially now that I'm almost caught up on scrapbooking. The next cube has spring, summer, and fall in it. The last cube on the top has like specialty papers. It has acetate, the corrugated cardboard, chipboard sheets, water reactive paper, watercolor paper. There's some journal pads down there, that type of thing. And then the bottom row has my rainbow paper. I'm trying to get them all switched over to these Totally Tiffany containers. I like these ones because I can put 5 in a cube with really no wiggle room, so that everything stays up nice and straight. This is my pinks. right now it starts out with the stuff that I really don't have a color name on it. I tried to group them together by color as much as I could. Then I'm going with my basil, which eventually this is all I'm going to keep is the basil but I'm going to try to use up this stuff that's at the front first before I start using the basil, unless I just don't have enough sheets of a color to do that. It must be 3 o'clock. Yep. It's reminding me I need to take my meds. And then after my solid colored cardstock, because I kind of got rid of anything that wasn't cardstock in my solid colors because I found I just didn't use it. I did keep themed paper, in the paperweight, but in the cardstock, in the solid color, I just went with cardstock. And then I've got specialty papers right after the solid colors. So I have foil, and I tried to do the same thing on these with my washi tape. I had some foiled pink washi tape, so I put that on the edge of my divider. And then I have glitter, what I call mulberry paper. One of them was labeled that. I don't know if that's really the right name for it. It's like a tissue type quality. Those ones, I know I don't have one in pink. I'm trying to think of which one I have one of those in. Do I have a red sheet of it? I might have. But those ones I put in a nicer page protector. I put it in one of the Totally Tiffany, here, this one. I put it in one of these nicer, thicker Totally Tiffany dividers so that it wouldn't get crinkled because it's very delicate. So I did that with my vellum as well. Put it in one of those. So I've got foil, glitter, mulberry, pearl, vellum, and then my white core paper because some of the other stuff may have white core, but if I knew it was white cored paper, like I know there's a sheet in the pink area that's white cord. You can find it. Not when you're looking for it. Oh, we're in red here. But, oh, wait a minute. Here's one anyways. This is white core. The middle, it's white. So, like if sometimes I want to emboss with that and sand it down so you can see the white shining through. So, that's why I wanted that one separate. Because I'd probably want to use that for a very specific project. So, that's why I have it that way. So, I'm going to have, hopefully, eventually 2 paper handlers for each color, one for solid, one for pattern, and go all the way down to the end with it. I've gotten through about the yellow with my subdividers, and only these 2 are full of paper handlers. The last 2 have cardboard boxes and just kind of a hodgepodge, and you'll notice some of those. Well, the one's not too bad, but the final one, it doesn't stand very well. So I want to get that switched over and get everything. I want to get all of them labeled with the colors like this, too. This one's probably just a temporary label, but eventually I want to get permanent labels on with the color names so that I can find those. Anyways, that's what I'm trying to do with my paper. I don't know if that helps anybody, seeing how, I have mine stored. One time when I first started the challenges, I hardly had any paper. It's grown to fill this 8-cube Kallax unit, but I think it'll be much easier now that I've decided to just go with the basil and like maybe 5 or 6 shades of each color family, and that's it. Eventually I'll get rid of that other paper that I only have 1 or 2 sheets of different shades of a color and don't have any idea how to find more of it because I don't know what brand it is. I don't know what the color name is. And some of them, honestly, they were probably those Recollections Hot Buy papers. I could probably never find that color combo again. But I want to get away from buying 6x6 unless it's for like maybe seasonal, where sometimes I do use those, the 6x6, but I just find I'm just not using them. So unless I have like a specific project in mind, I don't want to buy anything other than 12x12. Anyways, that's a look at my paper storage. Paper storage was actually week 2 of the challenge, and I thought about doing one of these each week, but I am behind. If you're interested in videos on embellishments, and the tools, which that one I might break down into more if anybody's interested in it, because it covers stamps and embossing folders and dies and punches, and those are kind of all over in different places in the room depending on what they are. But if anybody's interested in videos on that, and then there's Color Week, photos and mementos I would do together. And I don't really go to a crop, though I do have a tote, and I could kind of show how I think I would set it up. But anyways, if anybody's interested in that, let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.